Okay, what's up traders? What's up tycoons? Coming at you guys with a video on Yearn Finance, okay, ticker symbol YFI. I'm going to give you an update of the major resistance levels that we're battling, our major support levels we must hold to continue to go higher. And then we'll also go over how to use the MACD and the relative strength index to spot some possible entries and exits. Okay, so you're going to learn a lot in the video. It's going to be very useful and informational. Remember, none of the video is financial advice. I'm going to cover the, bullish and bearish scenarios. So that way you're prepared for both outcomes and really just go over some of the signals again that you guys can use to spot potential entries and exits. Okay, so what we're going to do is jump straight into the video. Now there's three major levels right here. It's the set of yellow lines. Those are your major fib retracement levels. It's the 61.8, the 50%, and the 38.2. These are the three most common and well-respected retracement levels. The reason they're important is because nothing moves in a straight line up and nothing moves in a straight line down. You're going to move up, retracement, continuation higher, or you get to move down, retracement, continuation lower. That's called trend continuation, okay, with a healthy retracement. Now, you can spot a reversal when you break through those major retracement levels, right? And so that's what we're going to be looking to see if we can do here on Yearn Finance. So what we've got is we've got our previous swing high here connected to our swing low. And you see, we've come down, we've retraced, and we're rejecting right along our 50% retracement level, right? We also rejected the 38.2 right over here. But we're starting to break out past it. All right. We have a bullish chart pattern here known as a cup and handle, right? Here's our cup, here's our handle. And we're starting to break out, but we need to be a little bit cautious because of our relative strength index. The RSI is going to measure the relative strength of a token at its given price. So what we can see here is that we're making higher highs. Clearly it's in an uptrend, it's making higher highs, but the RSI itself is actually making a high and a lower high. So instead of making a high and a higher high, like it should, right? The RSI should mirror what the price of the token is doing. Instead, we're getting a divergence which simply means it's not happening, right? So we have a high here, lower high. This is a bearish divergence. It's an indicator of some possible bearish activity. Now, if you're not familiar with divergences and how they work, I'm going to go over a few examples right here. And you can take a look right over here. We have this triple bottom, okay? But on our RSI, what we're doing is we're actually going upwards. So we're building strength as we have this triple bottom right here. And as a result, we get a nice little move to the upside, right? And sure enough, you see the MACD right here. We get an entry signal. That's when the blue line crosses above. And an exit signal is going to be when the blue line crosses below, right? Over here, we get a MACD exit signal right along here, okay? And then boom, we get a sharp move to the downside. Same thing right over here. We get a MACD sell signal, and then we get a sharp move to the downside. Now, what really works a lot is combining the MACD and the RSI together. What I mean by that is take a look right here. So here we actually have a bullish divergence with a MACD entry signal. So we have a low and a lower low. So clearly, we're in a downtrend. We're making a low and a lower low here. But on our RSI, we have a low and a higher low. So we're building relative strength as the price of the token is dropping. That's a bullish divergence, okay? And so we get the bullish divergence pop right here or on the RSI, and then very shortly afterwards, we get a MACD entry signal, right? So we see the blue line cross above, and we really started this very nice rally after we got that bullish divergence in MACD buy signal. So why that's important to us now is we have a bearish divergence forming. If we get a MACD exit signal where this blue line crosses below, we could potentially be seeing a sharp drop on Yearn Finance. So we're going to zoom in a little bit more so that you guys can see the levels more properly and get a good visual, okay? So remember, we're battling our current major retracement levels of resistance up here, and we've rejected it once, we pushed higher, and we're rejecting near the 50%, but we do have three major support levels that we need to hold for us to continue to go higher, okay? So we have the move up. If we retrace due to the bearish divergence, all right, there's three levels we really want to hold and stay above. It's going to be 61.98, 65.57, and 69.17. Now, this doesn't mean that we have to pull back. It just means that if we do pull back, these are the three levels we want to hold, because otherwise, if we break through them, we could be starting a reversal and potentially coming down to test our previous lows. Now, above these levels, we have some major resistance levels that we really need to break out past. Those are going to be 74.50. Okay, we're currently back below 74.50, 82.04, and 89.58. If we're able to break out past those, then we could be starting a nice reversal on a longer time span, right? So if you look here, we have a high, lower high, lower high. We just started to make a higher high. What we want to see is a higher low, right? So, we have a low here, lower low. We already got a little bit of a higher low right here. If we do get a pullback, we want to continue making higher lows and really, keep this trend reversing. So that way we can make a high and a higher high above our 61.8% retracement level. If we are able to get out past there, then we have a bullish price target right here of 96.70 and then another bullish price target of 10,931. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done for us to get past those levels, right? So, ultimately we have this big move to the downside. We're getting a healthy retracement and we could even come all the way up to 89.58. And if we get rejected and start closing below there on the daily and we're not able to continue closing above it on the daily chart, then most likely we're going to get a trend continuation back to the downside. Okay, so we know the major levels of support we need to hold in case we do get a pullback. All right, and we know the major resistance levels that we need to break above and really what to be cautious of on the MACD as well as the relative strength index. We went over bearish and bullish divergences and also entry and exit signals on the MACD. So what we want to see if you're bullish on this is you want to see the blue line stay above this orange line and really trend upwards and not get a crossover down below. That's going to be an exit signal. We have bearish divergence right here. We want to see us break through this bearish divergence trend line. So that way we can go ahead and void that bearish divergence out and try to potentially continue to push up higher. All right. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I do viewer requests every single week. So if you want to see your token, your cryptocurrency in the next video and you like this style, then make sure to comment down below and I'll be happy to make a video on it for you as soon as I can. I really appreciate you watching it if you made it this far in the video, and I think you'll enjoy one of these next two videos as well. So make sure to click on one of those.